Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Let's Play The Witcher. We're in the swamp. We're in the swamp with horrible grey skies and horrible weather and creepy music. Pretty accurate representation of the weather outside my window right now, actually. We had a just absolutely beautiful weather at the weekend. Gorgeous. Had a barbecue and everything. It was lovely. And then suddenly the regular British weather reassumed its natural state of being, which is something like the above, anyway. Hello, everyone. Frogs! Look! Little frogs! I didn't even notice these guys last time, but I saw them in the background when I was setting up to record. Little frogs! It's a nice touch, isn't it? Anyway, we're in the swamp, and we're about to rest by this campfire until nightfall, because we need to defend the harbour. Harbour. You call that harbour. Defend this little jetty here from marauding drowners, so...
with the fire out. Seems I have to light it first.
Oh, if you insist, Geralt. 4 for me, innit?
I can't meditate with the fire out. Seems I have to light it first.
It's very fussy, is Geralt. Can't meditate unless it's lit. Luckily, he's much less fussy in the later games. Right. Dusk. See if we can get away with meditating till dusk. Probably not late enough, eh? Though, I say that, but I just heard a weird noise. Maybe not. I like the evening light, though, here in the swamp. It's quite nice, isn't it? Oh, here we go. We're a bit behind schedule, lads, but it's alright. I won't hold it against you. Yeah, you're probably not a strong attack type fella, are you? And here comes another one. Nice little forward roll there, Geralt. Bit of a show off, isn't he, Geralt? He doesn't act like it, but he is a bit of a show off. Right, let's loot these fellas. Is that it? Are we done?
Perish!
I kind of expected more, honestly. Ah, I spoke too soon. Hello. Stab me in the face. Quest updated! Safe haven. Hooray. Perhaps now Luvarden can pay me back a bit for the 500 I gave him for that bloody Sephiroth by accident. Oh well. Right, I actually think I'm going to go back to Vizima for now, because there's quite a few quests we can turn in at the moment. And while I'm enjoying the swamp, I'd like to take care of that before I forget.
Witcher, go and see Yaron Bolt, the lead woodcutter. He ought to have a job for you. He lives at the southern end of the swamp.
Right. Thanks.
Oh, alright then, fine, if you insist.
I'll find you later.
Game just gave me a nice little excuse to stay. Southern end of the swamp. We're at to the southern end of the swamp, you fool. Unless it means all the way down there somewhere. This is potentially quite a big area, actually, isn't it? Looking at it. Alright, fine, let's go find this woodcutter. I'm sure wandering around in the swamp after nightfall won't end horribly for us. Although, have the people returned to the clay pits now that I've cleared it out? Seems to be smoke everywhere for some reason. Maybe not. Oh, is this one of those? Yeah, Vodunoi altars. The fish people. Yeah, that doesn't look like an evil Lovecraftian deity at all. Road through forest. That's a region, apparently. Keep hearing noises, and I don't know if it's an actual monster or just
a cave entrance.
Sound effects. Well, I can't ignore a good cave, can I? Got to check that out. It's going to be dark in here, though, isn't it? I'm going to have to use some cat potion, aren't I? If I've got any. I haven't checked. Oh, actually, it's not too bad. Oh, we found all the wolves. I'm using the wrong bleeding sword as well. Hold on. I was going to say, we've seen plenty of drowners, but these are our first wolves. Okay, luckily they didn't take too much health off me there in my confusion. Wolf pelts, hurrah! That's what we want. Jean-Pierre wants his wolf pelts. I'm happy to provide them as long as he's got the cash. And mushrooms as well. I'll definitely be having them. Oh yeah, it's getting much darker in here. Okay, I'm going to do it. Let's use the cat potion. Where is it? Cat, there we go. That's better. I'm clearly not the first person to visit this cave, judging by that skeleton. Sorry, Mr. Wolf. For once, it's a fantasy RPG where there aren't wolves out in the wilderness just ready to kill you on sight. I've actually had to come to their lair. And that's not a wolf, that over there. That's definitely not a wolf. Good grief. This is, though. I've been playing a game called Serpent in the Staglands recently. It's a very retro-style RPG. Right down to the Baldur's Gate 1 style wolves that can wipe out your entire party at level 1. It's been an interesting game to play. I might play it on this channel one day, actually. You are indeed hostile, aren't you? Maybe strong attack for you? No. Pretty sure I have some Spectre Oil or something, don't I, still? But, pain. Oh, that's not good. Speaking of pain, there's another game I've been playing recently called Stone Shard. It is an early access game at the moment, sadly, and I say sadly because it's not fully feature complete yet, and I bet when it is, it's going to be awesome. But it is a roguelike style RPG. I say roguelike style because it's not technically a roguelike in the sense that if you die, that's it, you have to start again. Although I think there's an option to play like that if you want to. But it has a similar sort of, like, you control a character, and it's tile-based, and it's turn-based. And it has a really, really detailed wound system and stuff, which has things like pain, which you can manage using alcohol and other drugs and stuff. And it's very hardcore and quite difficult, and I've been really enjoying that too. So check that out on Steam if you see it. Although, again, it is early access, unfortunately. Vran Sarcophagus. It contains a two-handed steel axe with a 50% chance of bleeding if you hit someone with it. I'll have that. Thank you very much. Man, Geralt is just covered in weapons now, isn't he? Look at him. Got 2 swords and 2 axes. Great stuff. That's an anti-shield axe, and that is a bleeding axe. That's a Marian steel sword. Don't need that, but I'll take these. Even the dead have to pay the witch attacks, and I'll leave the Stammelford's dust, but I will take the Yasath Sephira, which I have bumbled across in my ineptitude. I didn't even check the glossary like I said I would. I had no idea that was down here. I've just stumbled arse first into success there, really, with that. Nice. Circle of hanging stones. What, pray tell, is this? Oh, hello, Mr. Wolf. No, not the silver sword, girls. Use the steel one. Although, I mean, to be fair, like, your average wolf will probably still die if you hit it with a silver sword enough times. Like, it is still a big, sharp piece of metal at the end of the day. Or whatever. Video game logic applies here. We have in the loot. Now then, what about this? We have learned Quen! Ah, Quen. Right. This sign will block all attacks and protect you from damage. Choose a sign on the left of the screen. Right-click to cast the sign. Quen disappears when you cast another sign or attack an opponent. It's best used to gain time to drink potions during combat. Yeah, it works quite differently to the way it does in the later games. Works quite differently indeed. But we've managed to get our third sign, which is nice. Is this a no? Oh my goodness! Why? The game is just dying. What is happening? Oh no! Ah, this is horrible. What is going on? One moment, folks. Alright, folks, I saved, exited the game, and reloaded it again, and we seem to be alright now. I was also attacked by a wolf upon loading it up again for my efforts. But that seems to finish the wolf contract, which is nice. And that bit of cave there is floating above the ground, isn't it? Look at that! Anyway. Yeah, that was odd. That was definitely odd. We do have Quen, yeah, we do. I don't know what happened there. Game just seemed to spring a memory leak or something. That was very strange. Sorry, wolf. Can I loot you? Please? Please? Oh dear. Never mind. Quite an extensive cave, this one. What's up here? Nothing? Dead end? Oh, okay, there is some weirdness going on in here for sure. New region, cave. Thank you, game. I hadn't noticed. Suet mushrooms. Have these for sure. Since we can carry a virtually unlimited supply of alchemy ingredients, I see no reason not to pretty much grab everyone I see. Yeah, we seem to have reached the end. I was kind of worried about the green floating gas there, but apparently I needn't have been, because it doesn't seem to be lethal. Never mind, I guess. Alright, well. We got Quen, and we got... These, you're respawning, aren't you? We got Quen, we got an axe, and we got some money. So I'm going to call this a big success, honestly. Aside from the memory leak of death, anyway. Seems odd to just come across a ghost tomb like that and just loot it and then walk away. Usually Geralt has to do something a bit more interesting than that when he comes across a ghost. Let's have these. And there's actually a bit I seem to have missed here, yeah. New region corridor. Collapsed one at that. I am so glad I came here. An invisible wall in front of me as well, just to make it extra clear I'm not allowed that way. Alright, fine. We are done with this place. We still haven't met this lumberjack we're after, but hey, I'm glad we came in here. Just 2 swords and 2 axes. I can drink a potion that gives me a couple of extra arms. I can run around like General Grievous. There's a strange mental image for you. Don't mind my feverish ramblings as I try to talk my way through a loading screen here. Oh dear. I am enjoying myself. I'm enjoying myself. Now I took a little break from the game and I'm back into it, and now we're in the swamp doing fun stuff. I'm enjoying myself. And on a rainy, cold, windy day like today, there are certainly worse places I could be than sat inside playing a bit of The Witcher. Come on, Geralt. Get it together. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Stop pirouetting and drink a potion. Oh, perfect opportunity to use Gwen. Right. How about... Oh, there's so many of you. Oh, boy. Will Igni work on you lot, I wonder? Oh, I'm out of what do you call it? Fatigue or whatever. Keep away from these guys in case they explode in my face. Oh dear. I think I've just been stunned. You didn't like that, did you? Strong style. I'm using the wrong sword. I am using the wrong flipping sword. No wonder I've been having issues. Gosh. You know what? I say I'm using the wrong sword, but actually, am I? I should probably read the glossary entry. Steel might actually be more effective against these guys. You never know. It's not as clear cut in The Witcher 1. Some monsters are vulnerable to steel. Dodge! Oof. I was a bit too late there. Alright, Geralt, I suggest you eat some pork because you've earned it. Invisible pork at that, did you see that? I've just got to locate where on earth the remains have ended up. Didn't quite get all of it. Whatever. It's fine. Have a pear. Fruit is good for you. Get some vitamin C in you, Geralt. Right. Now, where was I going? I was going to look for this mythical lumberjack. I'm hoping the ferryman hasn't simply told me a tall tale right now, really. Okay, group style again. What if I've got any necrophage oil? I think it would be a good idea to use some at this juncture. Have some Igni. There is a lot of monsters here, isn't there? Dodge? Man, you just can't get out of the way of those guys, can you? Dodge, dodge. Nah, you just can't. You can't do it. You can't. I'm convinced you can't. It cannot be done. That is a lot of ingredients, though. And probably a fair chunk of experience, too, while we're at it. Have I leveled up at all? Doesn't seem so. Gosh, yeah, look at them all. There's loads of the buggers. Well, I said I wanted combat. The game is certainly delivering. I cannot complain. What we got here? Cat, seeing in the dark, and swallow. Alright. Still no sign of this lumberjack. Oh, hello. Lumberjack's Glade. We've made it. Good. Good, good, good.
Cursed Druids will soon tether themselves to trees.
Women.
Arr, women.
I could drink 5,000 ewes in 3 months. My ass. Impossible. Even working nights.
He just mentioned they're working nights, actually. I was about to say it's a bit late for you lot to be working, but apparently that's why they're working this late. I'm not finding anyone I can talk to, though. Unless, who are you?
Drink.
Who are you?
Geralt the Witcher, a friend.
And we'll see.
And you?
Yaren, I speak for the lumberjacks.
Can we talk?
Speak.
This guy's a gnome, I think. And additionally, I remember him having a fancy helmet last time I played this. Maybe he gets that later or something. Well, anyway.
Are you responsible for the logging?
No, we scare off woodpeckers. Of course we're responsible. We're lumberjacks.
Work for yourselves or someone else?
We're independent, though we secure orders from merchants like Luvarden. We get weeks of work and a decent return.
You the chief lumberjack?
Yes. Without me, these lazy lads wouldn't know when to piss. Him with a moustache. No matter what I do, he still pisses in his boots.
I see you keep a tight rein.
With danger around, you need discipline. I rule with an iron fist, so they can return home safely. Most will.
Get along with the locals?
Nothing but a bunch of deviants. The brickmakers babble about their lords and the underwater world, and the Druids don't like the trees being felled.
Any jobs for a witcher?
Despite the danger, the beasts leave us alone.
So nothing?
Perhaps. For someone willing to take a risk.
I'm listening.
But the begotic plant should be blooming in the swamp.
I understand it's valuable.
The drug it makes is. Collect some blossoms and we could both earn a little.
I wade through mud, face danger, then we split the profit?
You don't know what begotic looks like, nor where to sell it.
Okay. Let's play herbalist.
Great. Begotic blossoms look like red orchids. Clumps grow throughout the swamp. Sell them to the ferryman. Ask those living in the swamp if you can't find any.
I'll deliver the flowers to the ferryman as soon as I find them.
Mm-hmm. Begotic flowers. Do I already have some? I'm guessing maybe not. I'm not seeing any in here. Right, well. We'll keep an eye out for those then, won't we?
Women.
Arr, women. Some crow's eye. So they're red, like orchids. That's the main thing. Well, I don't see any reason to be continuing to wander around in the dark here, honestly, so let's just rest. Lose some of that toxicity. Rest until dawn. Such as it is. Right. That was weird. Anyway. Some more crowsite. It is. Okay, so there's the Shrine of Melitele. I'm honestly... Do you know, I'm not going to go back to the jetty. I'm not. I'm going to keep exploring. I'm going to keep exploring clockwise around the swamp, and then we'll get back there, but I might find something interesting along the way, you never know. Like that altar over there. I'm guessing, because they're all named after the Sephiroth stones, I'm guessing I'm going to have to put them in there. In fact, I think you do, don't you? I have played this before, but good grief, it was such a long time ago. It is really quite difficult to remember. I know that you've got to do something involving those, and I'm pretty sure you've got to put the Sephiroths in them. This place. I remember this. Okay. The Druids Grove. Hello.
Windblade.
She's a Dryad, in case it wasn't obvious, and that is some sort of wyvern thing in the background. There's a few of them, isn't there? Look at that.
Gwynblade. What's that mean?
White Wolf.
You know me?
Your name precedes you.
You may know more than me. I remember nothing of my past.
Some things are better forgotten. Nevertheless, I do feel sorry for you.
Can you help?
Sadly, no. Perhaps my sisters from Brokilon could help, but they are far away.
Tell me about Brokilon.
Brokilon is the Dryad homeland, a wilderness untouched by humans. Those surrounding Brokilon wish to claim our forests, and thus humans and Dryads fight continuously along the borders.
Who is winning?
Our archers are matchless, but how long can we resist the brute force that rendered humans the world's rulers?
So you agree with the elves and dwarves fighting for independence?
Those children? They have long forgotten the struggle's meaning, craving blood and revenge, having only contempt for humans. They fail to see they begin to resemble the humans themselves. We merely defend our home, Gwynblade, and have no ambition of driving humans into the sea.
Why don't you reach a compromise with the humans?
Ha! You treat concessions as weaknesses and believe acts of goodwill are traps. You will never accept our otherness.
Tell me about your lives.
Brokilon is our home, Ithlin our lady. We live in harmony with the forest, flowing through the thickets and knowing the forest's secrets.
Are you happy?
Like humans, we have joys and sorrows, though our end is near. The war with the humans continues, and our numbers diminish.
What are you doing here?
'Tis a secret. Though I'm taking the chance to visit this grove of old, beautiful trees.
Farewell. Huge trees, strange symbols, tamed beasts, even a dryad. This must be the Druids Grove.
You'd think, Geralt?
What?
Yeah, the Dryads appear once or twice in the books, from what I remember, and they're kind of a bunch of dickheads, actually. They're not that nice. Like, they have their reasons for being dickheads, but they're still dickheads. Hello, Mr. Wolf. Assume you're not going to attack me like your friends did. Hello, Druids, yeah. Bunch of old men hanging around a scantily clad, naked forest lady. Dirty old bastards. It is a wyvern. Hello. Look at that goofy face it has. Hello, I'm a wyvern. Dear me. Who's this fella? Also, let's pick that.
Welcome to the Druids Grove, traveller.
Greetings.
Marvellous place. I come here when I need to think, and the peacefulness helps clear my mind. Even a witcher is welcome here.
One more word about my accepting my otherness and finding the home I never had, and I'll cry like a baby.
Sarcasm only serves to expose your inhibitions.
Ooh, an elven psychoanalyst.
I spent decades among humans. I find your kind as complicated as the schematics of a flail.
Decades? Live that long among humans, you're bound to become more like them than you ever wanted to be.
Are you speaking from experience, Monster Slayer?
A sharp wit. I'm Geralt.
My name's Yavin.
Let's talk.
Yes.
What can you tell me about your kind? What makes you elves tick?
Let us pray beneath the trees, for the trampled heather, for blood that has been shed, for fate that has been destroyed.
I'm not sure I'm understanding this.
For death inflicted by sword, for the pain of others and our own.
I'm looking for witcher's work.
Then I'll ask you a favor. I need a letter delivered to Vizima, where I'm not welcome. As a witcher, you should find little difficulty tending to monsters on the way and avoiding trouble with the guards at the city gates.
Who's the letter to?
I'd be obliged if you could deliver it to Vivaldi, a dwarf living in town, and then return his reply to me.
I'll do it. I'm going to Vizima anyway.
Thank you.
More side quests. Can I read the letter? By any chance? Dear Vivaldi, I write to remind you that we once spoke of financial support for our cause. You claimed you would consider the matter, one that can wait no longer. I repeat for the final time, either you are with us or with the humans. There is no alternative. This is your last chance, for the time approaches and nothing will stop us, not even your refusal. I see. Interesting stuff. Now, what is this? Circle of Unwanted Power. We've learned the Yrden sign. Look at that. 2 signs in the space of an episode. Good heavens. Actually, yeah. 2 signs in a single episode. You've learned the Yrden sign, a magical trap that slows down your opponents. Choose a sign on the left of the screen. Right-click to cast the sign. Tip, when enhanced, Yrden also causes damage to opponents and can poison and weaken them. It's best used in combination with other signs. Now, I might muck about with it, but I think it's mostly useful again in sort of boss fight sort of scenarios where you're dealing with a single opponent, really. Fool's Parsley. White Myrtle. I'm still looking for those Begatick blossoms. I remember finding tons of those in The Witcher 3. Hello, these are angry wolves who are not friendly druid wolves who are angry regular wolves. That are now dead. Foolish creatures. Oh, I spoke too soon. And I know I'm using the wrong sword right now, I just don't care. As you can see, it gets the job done. And luckily, sword durability doesn't seem to be a thing in this game, does it? No, it's kind of not really, which is lovely. Because it's very much a thing in The Witcher 3 and it annoys the pants off me. Okay, well, this was an interesting little interlude. I'm sure we'll come back here at some point with more pressing business, but for now it's a bit of a curiosity.
What is it?
I'm looking for Begatick blossoms.
We can supply the herb at a reasonable price. Talk to the man who tends the holy oak.
Farewell.
Look at the hands on him. Man who turns the holy oak. Elder Druid?
What is it?
Aren't those wyverns?
Wyverns, indeed.
How did you master them?
Tamed them through hard work. I guarantee they're not drugged or their wings clipped. See for yourself.
Any accidents?
Only the fool who tried to brush a wyvern's teeth.
I see.
Any other questions?
There they are. I assume if I buy them off him and sell them to the other fellow, I'll make some sort of profit, right? What else has he got here? Fainwed. A herbarium devoted exclusively to Fainwed. It teaches the reader to recognize the plant and obtain alchemical ingredients from it. Interesting. Ritual plants. Druids herbarium. All three of these are useful. And also quite expensive, unfortunately. Is there anything you'd like in return? You won't buy this book. Or this book. That's unfortunate. Never mind. Formula for Maribor Forest. Oh, I'd really like that, actually, but I can't even afford it. Damn. He's got some decent alcohol. High quality potion base, you know. You know what, I think I'll have a bit. Make a bit more. Somewhere I can rest here? It's another obelisk. You'd think there'd be somewhere to rest in the Druid Grove. Maybe not. Oh, Mr. Wyvern. You goofy looking bastard, honestly. Anyway, let's just carry on. I say carry on, but actually, there doesn't seem to be any way to carry on too. Although there's a road that seems to lead to absolutely nowhere, and I'm a sucker for roads on maps that seem to lead absolutely nowhere. So let's go check it out. Be gone, ducks or pigeons or whatever you were. Hello, Mr. Wolf. Come on, Geralt. There we go. I keep thinking I've killed them, but actually they're just stunned. Did I get him this time? Their tails are still wagging. Alright. They seem to be dead for good this time. I hope I can sell these pelts at a decent price, because I've got way more than I need for that contract. Well, there's an obelisk here. I guess that's what's at the end of the road. And a bunch of creatures, including a wyvern. Wyvern Island. Wrong sword, Geralt. Wrong sword. I wish he'd automatically draw the correct one, but never mind. Hello. Guys, can you not, please? tell you what. Let's do a couple of things here. One, let's drink some swallow. Two is give Erden a try. Oh boy, they're all after me now. Oh, come on, Geralt. Oh, he's out of what you call it? He's out of endurance. Is it endurance? It's endurance, isn't it? Right, Mr. Bloomsvinger. You to die as well. Still got me! I jumped like a good 6 feet away there and he still got me. Let's have all that loot at least. Hello, wyverns. I feel like I should be worried about these guys. They're half as scary as Geralt makes them out to be. Let's see if I've got an entry for them yet. I actually don't. That's concerning. Let's eat some food. Got our health regenerating a bit faster. Wait, Carol, eat the pork. Eat the pork, damn it. Right. Here he comes. He wasn't so easily stunned. Oh, what has he done to me? Oh, I don't know. Tricky buggers, aren't they? Can't seem to get away with using group style. No, I'm dead. I'm actually dead. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I didn't quick save or anything. Crap. Oh dear. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm actually going to leave it for this episode, I think. On that bombshell, I'll rejoin you later when I've caught up a bit back to where I was. Oh, that's just frustrating. Damn it. Never mind.